without trying game.
High honors is like for IQ. Like it should be pure knowledge. I learned everything by hands-on.
Right.
Like military was good when we didn't graduate. A lot of us country boys would drop out and go out in the field and work for our mom and dad, you know, for our family. And then if a war happened, we'd come in, get in our uniforms and get out and fight.
Right.
Like Eisenhower, the bully beater back a long time ago. Out of mean son of a gun.
Yeah.
So Captain Eisenhower actually still lives today.
Right.
He's a metahuman. But like what's going on is a lot of people, bank accounts being hacked. They used your identity like internet. Like when you get into a window or what, all of a sudden they get a couple pop-ups. That's it connecting to you. And actually when you start doing your credit card or whatever, it takes it into another program and sends it to somebody else. And then they get your credit card number and they start using it.
It's your whole identity.
Yep. And then you lose your identity. Like back in the day, we didn't use our social security number.
Right.
And then all of a sudden when they started implementing to use your social security number, then you've seen more identity thefts start happening. And all that. And then when you're seeing bank account numbers being used, more identities started getting stolen. And like, I walked the trails, I found so many dead people and just needles beyond needles on the trail.
Wow.
And then when you start having more cancer people die.
Yeah, where was this at? This was
that was in Bloody Tip.
Okay.
That way, and then I was even in the Gap. Now in the Gap you had people being held by combat bots. They're dead on the ground with the combat bot. Laptops, like military stuff all set around, and the people just laid out dead on the ground. I'm sitting here like,
damn.
There ain't nobody here but dead people. And I was like, I went somewhere and got a phone. I was like, do you guys know what happened here at the Gap? It is like empty. There is nobody here. Does the news have this? And the guy told me the news is shut down. It just gives you a little bit here and now. I was like, you're being invaded.
Wow.
But that's what that is. That's an invasion tactics. And they had the needles, like the residue on it was fentanyl, Seroquel mixed, and actually high opium type mixture together. And when you put that in somebody, that will sedate them, numb them out, and drop them down. Kind of like back in the day when they did truth serum on people. This will be so much worse on you. Kind of like how Thorazine they use for sleeping medication for your really crazy people. But then it gave real bad ticks and kirks and made you like kirk out, drool, and all that. You mix that with a different thing and then turn on a signal that they and heighten it, it will actually can kill you or solidify your organs.
Wow.
Yeah, like I've ran into that. Someone sitting there, they look like they're fine, and then you touch them, it's like,
wow.
Okay, it's like a nuclear fallout, but it happened in their body. Like that's what I've been running into. Like over in the sands, ran into where like you remember CCP for like RoboCop. They had that big heavy with the guns on. They had those motherfucking Hummers over in the sand. They had those big ones, and it was a half a human inside it running it. They cut it and put him in for biological. And find out the human in there was actually a clone that they were using as a freaking like power source for the system.
So what was you doing there? Like what was your job?
I went to go when the tarmac got taken, we had to do research and find out who all was there. Like your news showed it way later. It was the third day after the tarmac was taken. The old Russian Ukraine emblem was on a plane with the China old emblem and Taiwan old emblem landing there. Old Harriers, not the F-18 Super Hornets, but the old Marine Harriers that someone somehow got.
Wow, yeah.
And it was the whole plan is all these other countries are coming because we helped them. You know how much money we loaned to them and all the food we sent to them and everything. They came to say we owe them. They don't owe us. So they came in and infiltrated our White House, our Senate, our schools to teach our kids wrong and to say that we owe the other country and lower our value, our dial of our money when we're superior. We go and help you, and then you want to come at us when you could have just helped us and not think you had to pay us. But they came in to lower our morale and find out what made the big brothers military so undefeatable. And so they came after our special kids. Like, you notice how many people come up missing. That's what I was running into in every state. Like the special children were coming up missing. The stronger men that some reason were genetically stronger just at birth came up missing. They've been hunting to make a super soldier program. And that's what's going on. So I just hang out like, okay, what's going on around here?
So do you have any children?
Ain't no.
No children?
No. I had a son and he got killed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So.
So what made you come from the West Coast to come over? What made you say, like, I want to come to the East Coast?